Welcome back to the Beyond the Gates Spoilers channel. We just got our hands on the Friday, July 24 episode, and we have to talk about it right now. Because things are getting so incredibly messy, so I just watched the Friday episode. And man, it was a lot. Like a Holz's Hamar dumped right on our screens. I am still processing it all. But we need to break it down. Because the writers are not holding back, every single scene is packed with tension, and people are making terrible choices left and right. So let's just get right into the biggest moments from Friday. First up is Kat, and let me tell you, Kat is going through it. She is seeing red, or maybe green, because jealousy is an ugly color, but it is completely taking over Kat's life right now. So earlier in the week, Chelsea wanted to do this whole live stream thing. Chelsea is always about the brand. Chelsea Kat socials needed a boost. Chelsea wanted Kat to talk about her recent transplant experience, but Kat said no. Kat hates having her trauma used for likes and shares, which is totally fair. Kat wants to keep her medical history private. But then Kat told Chelsea she could ask Eva, because Eva went through it too. So Chelsea and Eva actually do the live stream, and Kat watches it. And Kat just loses her mind, because it wasn't just a clinical live stream about medical stuff. It looked like a total bonding session. Chelsea and Eva laughing and sharing, and Kat felt completely left out. Kat is so insecure right now. She literally says in the episode that Eva already won over her dad, her boyfriend, and now she finally got Chelsea too. Let's unpack that, because that is a really heavy statement. Her dad is Ted. Ted has been dealing with Leslie and Shanice. Ted is falling for Shanice. Ted reached a major milestone with Shanice this week. Kat feels like Ted is more focused on his new life and Eva than her. And then the boyfriend situation. Tomas. Tomas proposed to Kat. Kat rejected him in front of the whole Dupree family. Tomas was humiliated. Tomas complained to Bill about nepotism. Tomas is a bitter mess right now. And Kat feels like Eva is somehow winning him over too. Or at least Kat feels like she is losing her grip on everyone she loves. And now, Chelsea. Chelsea is her sister, her business partner. And Chelsea is bonding with the half-sister Kat never really wanted. So Kat is just furious. Kat is miffed. Kat bought that condo and tried to set boundaries with Tomas. She even got Nicole to help her see that Tomas paying rent was a good thing. But she is still letting Eva's presence dictate her emotions. Kat needs to realize that Eva isn't trying to steal her life. Eva is just living her own life. But Kat can't see past her own trauma. And Chelsea is going to have to do some major damage control, because Kat is not going to let this go easily. Chelsea is selfish. Chelsea exploited medical trauma for clicks. But Chelsea didn't mean to hurt Kat. Chelsea just saw an opportunity. But in the soap world, opportunities always come with a cost. And the cost here is their sisterhood. But let's move on to the really dangerous stuff. Heather is back. Yes, Joey's sister. The Impaler herself. And she just walks back into Fairmont Crest like she owns the place. Last time she was here, she wanted to team up with Joey. Joey said no, so she went back to London. But now she is back, and she tells Joey she is here to tie up loose ends. And that phrase just screams danger. Loose ends usually mean bodies in the soap world, or at least ruined lives. And Joey is already drowning in problems. Joey just found that letter from Doug. The scorched-earth letter in the box Vanessa brought over earlier this week. The letter that says, if Doug dies, then Joey did. Joey had someone murdered, and Doug helped cover it up. Joey is so paranoid right now. Joey had that super tense dinner with Deanna and Vanessa and Donnell. He knows Deanna is plotting something. He doesn't even trust Randy anymore. Joey asks Randy to check on Doug's safety deposit box, but Joey thinks Randy is compromised, because Randy cares too much about Doug's kids. So Joey is isolated. And now Heather is standing in his living room talking about loose ends. Joey must be sweating bullets. Heather brings nothing but bad vibes and mystery, and I am totally here for it. I love a good villain return. Heather is going to cause so much chaos. Maybe Deanna is a loose end. Maybe Doug's letter is a loose end. We don't know yet. But Joey is going to have to make a deal with the devil if he wants to survive his own sister. And speaking of Deanna, Deanna is out here meeting a handsome stranger. Deanna is plotting to nail Joey to the... She practiced her whole speech before dinner. Deanna talks to her dead father. She is so focused on revenge. But now this handsome stranger shows up. And let's be real. Joey probably hired that handsome stranger to keep an eye on Deanna, because Joey doesn't trust Randy to do it. So Joey hired a spy. Deanna thinks she is getting a new romance, but she is probably walking right into Joey's trap. The Armstrong family is playing chess, and Deanna is playing checkers right now. And then we have Dani. Poor, messy Dani. Vanessa is comforting her on Friday, and Dani really needs it, because Dani's life is a complete disaster right now. Let's just list the things weighing on Dani. First is the BRCA gene. Andre has been reading all these articles about mastectomy. Dani is terrified of losing her body image. She doesn't want Andre to look at her differently. They even struggled in the bedroom because of it. But then Naomi drops the bomb. Naomi has the BRCA gene too, and Naomi lied about it for months. Naomi kept it a secret from Dani and Chelsea and Jacob. Chelsea completely flipped out. Dani is trying to hold her family together, but she is failing. And then there is Bill. Oh man. Bill Hamilton, the tornado elevator hookup. Dani slept with Bill, and now Bill is sick. Bill was in the hospital with tremors and slurred speech. Bill checked himself out against medical advice, because Bill is stubborn. Vernon even tried to give Bill advice on Thursday, and Bill rejected it. But Bill is still obsessed with Dani. Bill sent Dani a gift on Thursday, a gift that totally alarmed Andre. Andre is so suspicious now. Andre knows something is up, and Dani is carrying this massive guilt. She knows she crossed a line, and she doesn't even know that Hayley and Randy are secretly poisoning Bill. Dani is just dealing with the emotional fallout of the affair. Dani even told Pamela about the hookup. Pamela gave her tough love. But Dani can't escape Bill. Bill showed up at her house saying he would keep the secret. Dani insisted it would never happen again. But Bill thinks she doth protest too much. And Vanessa is sitting there comforting Dani on Friday. Vanessa has no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes. Vanessa thinks it's just regular family stress. But Dani is holding on to secrets that could destroy multiple marriages. When Vanessa was comforting Dani, you could see the exact moment Dani almost confessed everything. The guilt was right there in her eyes. Carla Mosley is definitely earning that Emmy nomination. She plays the conflicted, messy woman so perfectly. And speaking of stress, let's talk about Jacob. Jacob gets a massive reality check from Elon on Friday. Elon is his dad. Elon is the police. Jacob is a detective. And Elon has to tell Jacob something he really does not want to hear. What could it be? There are so many options. Jacob is already drowning. Jacob went to doctor. Monica McCormick with Naomi. Jacob is not fully on board with Naomi getting a double mastectomy. He asked all these questions. He is hesitant. He is unsupportive. It is causing a huge rift between them. And Naomi just got intriguing intel from June on Thursday. We don't even know what that intel is yet. But it is messing with Naomi's head. And then there is Smitty. Bradley Smitty Smith, the investigative journalist. Smitty asked Jacob for a major favor on Thursday. Smitty is digging into the plasma ring story. That is dangerous territory. Smitty and Martin bonded over past trauma and killing a man. So Smitty is not afraid of the dark side. Did Jacob get too close to the sun? Is Elon warning him off the plasma ring? Or is it about the undercover op? Marcel floated an undercover op to Jacob recently. Maybe Elon is pulling the plug on that. Or maybe, just maybe, it has to do with Heather. Heather is back in town. The Impaler is a known criminal. Elon is the police chief. Elon definitely knows Heather is back. Maybe Elon is telling Jacob to stay away from the Armstrong family. Or maybe Elon is forcing Jacob to investigate Joey. Whatever it is, Jacob looks miserable. Jacob cannot catch a break. Between Naomi's health crisis and his job, the guy is going to snap. And Elon is not making it any easier. Elon and Isaiah are finally making strides in their relationship. But Elon's relationship with Jacob might take a massive hit after this conversation. It is just bad news after bad news for Jacob. So let's just sit back and look at the whole picture. Fairmont Crest is a powder keg right now. Everyone is lying to everyone. I can't stop thinking about Hayley and Randy. Hayley warned Randy to stay away from Mona Wilson on Thursday. Hayley is terrified Randy is going to confess to Mona. Because Mona is nice. Mona is Nicole's assistant. Mona is trying to get Randy into church. And Randy is so guilty. Randy knows he is killing Bill. And Bill is just walking around slurring his words, totally oblivious. Bill thinks he is invincible. Bill is still trying to flirt with Dani while his own wife is putting toxins in his system. It is wild. It is literally insane. And Dani is just caught in the middle. Dani thinks her biggest problem is her husband finding out about the elevator hookup. But her biggest problem might be getting framed for Bill's murder if Hayley sets her up. Think about it. Hayley hates Dani. Hayley and Leslie both hate each other now too. Hayley rejected Leslie's team-up idea. So Leslie considers Hayley an enemy. The web of enemies in this town is too complex to even map out. And let's not forget Anita. Anita gave Laura Peterson a gift on Thursday. Laura saved Anita's life by telling her to go to the doctor. Anita is cancer-free now, but she is still dealing with radiation. And Vernon booked studio time for her without asking. So Anita is stressed. But Anita still refused Dani's request to talk Naomi out of the surgery. Anita supports Naomi's body autonomy, which is great. But it just makes Dani more isolated. Friday's episode just set the stage for an explosive next week. I am exhausted just typing all of this out. My fingers hurt. But I had to get this all down while it was fresh in my mind. The writers are really not holding back. Every single scene is packed with subtext. I can't wait for Monday. I need to know what Kat is going to do to retaliate against Chelsea. I need to know what Heather's first move is. I need to know what Elon told Jacob. I need a nap. But I will be right back here next time to break it all down again.